Okay. Panzer battles. Loading Syria scenario. Starting turn 20. Okay. Oh, night turn. Turn 2051, night 13th of June 1941. Let's see. I need to activate my forces to see how they're doing, and if basically the fundamental question is, do I wake up any units to have them conduct a night operation? Okay, so the 21st Brigade of 7th Australian, it still has poor supply. They must have the most incompetent supply officer in the entire army here. 30% losses. Definitely going to leave them be to rest and recuperate. 25th Brigade. No losses, fair supply, but also still not a critical sector. So I think I'll leave them be as well, although that's a real judgment call. They're all judgment calls, but that could go either way. All right, to the 17th Brigade. Ooh, poor supply already. I will leave them be. All right. Let me see if I should move the headquarters. No, because I'm not going to move the headquarters, which is located there, because it's only 4 hexes away from the nearest enemy. So I will leave them. Alright, so the entire 7th Australian will just rest and recuperate. 5th Indian, 5th Brigade, fair supply, 20% losses. I will leave them. 16th. I'm actually going to give them a support order, and that's so that they move north, hopefully move north 1 hex to the river there to keep the, not to keep, but to maybe maybe that'll forestall another Vichy unit coming south of the river there. Headquarters 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave them. Leave them be. Assets. All right. Leave all of that as it is. Orient Force, Composite Brigade. So again, this is the 60% brittle unit. I think I'll just leave them be. So not a lot going on at all this night. Yeah. Assets. Oh, that's it. And that asset is that artillery unit is in fine shape. All right. Boy, not a lot. Oh, the Vichy are moving. Primarily their headquarters. All right. Morning of the 14th of June, 1941. Clear and clearing. So let's see how much rest and recuperation we got done, and see what we can do here. 21st Brigade. Wow. I think they're going up against a large infantry unit in the broken tree. Boy, the Vichy have me completely fixed at this line. I'm not sure. Alright. They can't sit. They either, again, I need a, alright, I'm going to give them a prepare order, and they need to either conduct some offensive operations or pull back. But then again, I remember talking before about blocking this corridor. Okay, I guess there is still I do consider it a priority to block this corridor, so let it be. Alright. Fine for the 17th Brigade, except for the poor supply. I wonder if again, I mentioned this before, I wonder if the supply line isn't heading east to Merjain first. I wonder how I can figure out the actual supply lines. I don't remember ever wanting to dig that deep, but I wonder if I go to map walk and I do control. See, I'm following the control of the territory. Oh. Is it as simple as these two French-controlled hexes influencing the supply lines down here? I wonder. Huh. Over here, see this road going through Majula. I mean, it seems to be fine, but I wonder if I move. Okay, so I wonder if I move the headquarters from here over to this road. You know, I'm just going to experiment with that because I have not been able to organize the supply situation over here. So I'm just going to do it and see what happens. So move the headquarters there. Check on the assets. 17th Brigade, okay. 25th Brigade, okay. 21st Brigade, okay. And then that one, only 20% losses, but it's still routed. So definitely leave it be. I'm not going to use any support on this part of the in this part of the area of operations. I'm going to use it in the east. So there's 5th Indian, 5th Brigade. Oh, see, the unit did move north 1 hex to the river like I wanted it to. Alright. They prepared before. They're going to assault. Definitely going to give them the support. Make sure they have all the assets they have all the assets they need. Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. And then 16th Brigade is there. Contact. I'll leave them at support. Order. Okay. Orient Force. They're all over the place now because the Vichy basically scattered them. So what's the best? They definitely need to defend, but they're just facing a small infantry unit in the open desert there. What is their? Yeah, 30% losses. Excellent. Let's see if they can recover some losses before I commit them to offensive operations again. So let's now let's see what happens here. Ooh, both took loss. That was my assault on that force on the high ground there. I think I just should have chosen an entirely different scheme of maneuver. Maybe I should have gone through the center sector through the rough terrain and tried to bypass this whole sector here to the west. Okay, so the Vichy probe our no, we probe too. The Vichy probe our assaulting units and take some losses. The Vichy probe our defenders there and take losses. This is our probe in reverse against the Vichy in the center sector, and we take losses. So minor combat. Let's see how many units on both sides rout. Ooh, that guy we moved up to the river line got repulsed. Yeah, I simply might have chosen the worst possible scheme of maneuver.